Alrighty, welcome back to part 2, where all shall become clear. Well, we'll get it done. So I just finished pressing these 2 little side pieces, and this was how we ended up last night, with me sewing on the back part. Poor crooked owl. Anyway, I was more concerned with the outside than the inside. And then I pressed these 2 little pieces that we had already cut, and we are going to bind. This is kind of what Annie is known for, is how she binds her open seams. Because she uses the soft and stable, and soft and stable needs to be attached to the fabric in order to stay put, to look best. So the lining is already attached to the exterior, so she's got all these kind of open seams that need to be covered if being covered is important to you. And this is how she takes care of that, is she binds them. I'm trying to look real quick here. Toward the back. Okay. She usually suggests the way that you do it. So in this case, I'm gonna stitch it to the outside edges here, using my clippies. And if you've got these kind of little things, don't worry about it. It's all going to be okay. It'll all get covered up. I did just change the color of thread in my machine because now I'm using this darker color, and I wanted pink for the outside, but we need the darker color for this side. So more of the clipping. Ooh, that was a tough one. There we go. Okay, we're going to go to the machine and just stitch here, stitch there. So we've got these sewn on. So now what we're going to do is flip them up and over. Take some more binders. You're going to want to try and get this pretty tightly over this, because we're going to stitch down here. Back to the machine. Okay, this is where the stiletto, it says here in the fine print, comes in super handy. Now, I have never used it to do this before, so I may not be quite so good at it, but I'm going to try. So we're just going to stitch right along this open space. Well, see, it's, you know what I'm talking about. First. Okay. Oops. So here we go. As close to the edge as you are able. That was awesome. Huh. Awesome. So, as you can see, it's now covered up. So now we're going to do the same thing to the other side. Okay, take 2 on this. had to elicit Jack's help there. I put it on wrong, so back to the beginning. So I'm marking the quarter points all around the bag. Right, now I'm going to do the same thing to the base. Okay, so the square piece is the back. So it's gonna go like this. I last time did it like this. No. So start matching up those points that you just did. Keeping in mind that you're going to stitch from the inside, so however you want to place those pins, the inside is where you're going to be looking.
You're working with an amateur here. I would say rookie mistake, but good lord, I made so many of these. Okay, so once we've got it all pinned at the quarter marks, we're going to come back with our binder clips and clip away. Don't panic about the corners. Just clip. Okay, back to the machine.
So we're going to be looking down at the base as we sew, as opposed to the outside of the bag. I'm just going to get it down in there. Now, I'm not going to say that this is difficult, because it's not, but it is, you know, you're maneuvering around curves and there's kind of a lot of bulk in what you're doing. So try not to get frustrated. Just go at your own pace. And, you know, if you get it done and some of the curve isn't right, or there's some seam that you didn't catch everything in, we can go back and fix that. So just take it, like I said, at your own pace and just do your best. So if you turn it right side out now, see, you've got a base. So now we're going to do exactly the same thing to the top. But with the top, you have to remember that the pocket, when the bag is done, the pocket needs to be the side up. So yeah. So the base of the pocket needs to go against the back of the bag. Okay. I'm going to just pin this one up and do it without you watching. But I will come back for the binding. Oh, whoops. Jeez, I barely get going and I'm knocking you already. Okay, so here we are on the home stretch. And this is the part that no one likes. And I'm one of them. I don't like it either. But I like how it turns out in the end. Should you purchase this pattern and decide that you want to make one of these for yourselves, I would highly suggest that you go on YouTube and you search Annie's Binding Hacks. Because there are people out there that have some great ideas of ways to make putting on the binding a little bit easier. I'm going to do it basically the way Annie suggests that you do it. But I watched one of the videos and it was a pretty good hacking idea. But anyway, I've already got my binding here, and she suggests that you not press it, that you fold it in half and then pin it every 3 inches. Well, 3 inches, I'm not so great at eyeballing what an inch is, so I'm just going to randomly throw a pin in here. I have not ever done it this way before. I've always pressed it, but I trust Annie. If she thinks I'm going to get a better result by not pressing it, why not? So I'm going to go ahead and continue on getting this pinned, and then we will go to the machine and install it. Okay, so I've got my binding pinned. I'm going to start on a flat space. Ow. Pins are sharp. Ow. How many times am I going to pin myself? I don't know. Okay. I think we're in. Okay, we want a 1/4 inch seam. And we are just going to do our best to apply this binding along the edge here. Just like we did when we put the bottom on in the first place, you're just going to keep moving the bulk along the bottom. Oops. And we're going to try not to crease the binding. This is ridiculous. I'm sorry. I'm making this look so difficult. Just don't give up. That's my best piece of advice. Don't give up, and don't use a stupid light that keeps getting caught up in stuff. But now I don't have enough light. There, maybe that's better for both of us. Okay, one down. One down, 1, 2, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. So there we go. There's my hot tip for doing this.
Songs after your music ends with autoplay?
No, thank you.
No problem. To turn on autoplay in the future, just say, turn on autoplay.
So you get your best friend Alexa to play you some happy music, which in my case happened to be Build Me Up Buttercup for today. And she'll play you some happy music, and you'll just get through this in no time at all. Because it's so much better than listening to me sing happy music, or me grumble over this binding thing. Okay, so I have left quite an amount here. Oops. Pin took off there. So I am going to chop some off. And I'm just going to, yeah, what am I going to do? I'm going to take that off for one thing. I'm going to trim this part off too. And I still have way too much. I need you more than anyone, darling. You know that I'm from the start. Fold that bit over. Use my stiletto to maneuver it, tuck that bit in, and then finish the seam. I swear, every time I make one of these, I think next time it's going to be so much better because I will have done it again, and next time it will just look better. And then I do it again and go, that is a big old mess. But, you know, maybe this time will be the time that it won't be a big old mess. I'm feeling not very confident though. Okay, so we've got it bound such as it is. And now we're gonna turn it over so that it covers up that you know, that bit of seam. Oh no, that needs help. The seam needs to be a little bit wider there. Come on. Such an idiot. Okay, that's better. That's better. Okay, then you're just going to pick a spot. I'm going to start where, you know, I began. And you're going to fold that binding over and get it up underneath there. And then I'm going to put the needle down. Okay, that was a good spot. So here we go. We're just going to keep folding the binding up over. I think I got it now. Okay. Here we go. As close to the edge as you can. You just gotta pull the binding up. crappiest job I have ever done on one of these. Seriously bad. Okay, now we're gonna go back over to the other camera over. So you can see that it is that whole open seam is covered. Let's go ahead and chop chop. And then I did the stupidest thing ever. Where are you? I didn't open the zipper. I think the zipper is kind of important, even though, you know, you can do it. But anyway, so once it's all done and you turn it all right side out, poking in those. Then it's not so bad. And go ahead and get in there and, you know, push that seam out. So there it is. We got the bottom anyway. So now I'm going to go ahead and do the top. And I don't really feel like torturing you with listening to me curse as I do the binding on the top, and I will come back when it is a finished product. And she's done. She's kind of imperfectly perfect. I love her, but she's got some issues. So you can see I finished the top. The top, of course, went much easier than the bottom did because I wasn't recording it and I wasn't trying to impress. Anyway, so you can see the pocket is here, and yeah, the zippers, I put the zipper pulls, these little doohickeys on, and she's large and in charge, and I'm real happy. She's going to Minnesota full of good stuff. And it's done. Finally. The thing I want to tell you about the binding, especially the interior bindings, well, that's all there is the interior bindings, but they help the curve of the bag, this part, to bump out a little and give it some shape. So they're not just covering open seams. They're also creating a little bit of a stabilizer, maybe is the right word, under the corners here and just underneath to give it a little more shape. So there it is. That is the train case. I know somebody asked me for this like months ago, and I'm sorry it took me so long, but there she is. Snake on the top is particularly cool, and that's it. Be well, be safe, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.